All right, let's just jump right in. Today, we're going to break down a framework that honestly feels less like some productivity hack you'd read about and more like, well, like a cheat code for your life. It's called the Silent Builders Protocol. Now, the whole idea behind this thing, the central promise, is captured perfectly in this quote. Be so productive in silence that you shock everyone. I mean, that's a powerful thought, isn't it? It's about that quiet competence that ends up making the biggest splash, all without the usual fanfare. But, that brings up a really important question for pretty much all of us. We're living in a world that is just constantly screaming for our attention. You've got the notifications, the pings, the endless feeds. So how on earth are you supposed to carve out enough quiet space to actually build something that matters? Well, the answer, according to this protocol, starts with a little shift in how you see yourself. It's about deciding to become a silent builder. Think of it as this kind of person who doesn't just put up with distractions, but actually thrives by just tuning out all that noise on purpose. And that leads us to the protocol itself. And look, this isn't some super complicated 50-step system you're going to forget tomorrow. No, it's a simple 3-step framework. It's designed for one thing and one thing only, to give you absolutely extraordinary focus and output. So let's break down this cheat code. So let's get into it. Step 1 is called the ignition, and this is all about tackling a problem that I know every single one of us has faced. How do you get over that friction, that resistance of just starting? Because here's the real truth of it. The number one thing holding us back from getting stuff done isn't that the work is too complicated. It's inertia. It's that feeling when the mental cost of starting just feels way too high. And so we put it off. So how do you beat that inertia? With a beautifully simple tool, the 2-minute rule. The rule is just this. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to start, you do it immediately. And that's the key. Not tasks that take 2 minutes to complete, but to start. This is how you completely hack that initial friction. And applying it is as simple as it sounds. 1, you pick your big goal. Let's say it's write a book. Okay. 2, you scale it way down to its 2-minute version. So that becomes open the document and write just 1 sentence. And then 3, the most important part, you do that tiny version right now. You see, you're not trying to finish the whole thing. You're just trying to start. That's ignition. Okay, so you've turned the key, the engine is running. But how do you keep it from stalling out? Well, that brings us right to step 2, the fortress. This is all about how you protect that focus you just worked so hard to create. Because let's be honest, the enemy here has a name. It's social noise. I mean, just think about your average day. Your focus is under a constant, relentless attack from group chats, social media dings, and that unspoken pressure to be online and available all the time. This really lays out the whole battlefield. On one side, you've got the world of social noise, and on the other, you have silent building. So building your fortress means you have to make some very real choices. It means trading the chaos of a group chat for a planned 2-hour block of deep work. It means swapping constant notifications for undisturbed blocks of time. It's about choosing meaningful output over just, looking busy. And that brings us to the final step. And this is where it all really comes together. Step 3, the flywheel. This is where we learn to use momentum not just as something that happens to us, but as our own secret weapon. So what even is productivity momentum? Well, it's this principle that every single small, consistent win you rack up, it doesn't just add up. It compounds. Each little win actually makes the next one easier, and that creates this accelerating, almost unstoppable force. So think about it like this. It all starts with just one small win. That 2-minute task you did earlier, that's it. It might not feel like much. It's just one tiny push on a really heavy flywheel. But that one small win does something really important. It creates real, actual energy. A little bit of confidence, a little spark of motivation. The flywheel has now made one full, slow rotation. And when you protect that little bit of energy with your fortress, and you keep making those small, consistent pushes, well, that flywheel starts spinning faster and faster and faster until it becomes a truly unstoppable force. That, right there, is momentum. So let's bring this all home. Let's talk about the final shockwave. This is your entire protocol, soup to nuts, for achieving that silent success we were talking about right at the beginning. Here it is, the whole cheat code in one place. First, ignition. You use that 2-minute rule to just crush inertia and get started. Second, fortress. You build walls around your attention to defend it from all that social noise. And third, flywheel. You use every small win to build an unstoppable momentum. And what's amazing is that this brings us right back to where we started. When you follow this protocol, you're not just getting more done. You're actually becoming this idea. You're becoming the person who is so deeply, so quietly productive that the results can't help but shock everyone. So, I'll leave you with this one last thought, a question to take with you. Now that you've got the framework, the only real question left is, what will you build in the silence?